Hello friends, I'm Phoebe. Welcome to my music discovery journey. We've got an album review today. It's A Stranger to You from Loathe, and it's a band that I've only recently got to know and love. I discovered them through Sleep Token's cover of Is It Really You? I decided to listen to them both. I then went on to listen to Fangs and Revenant, which are on this particular album. I didn't check out their other release for it, which is Gifted Every Strength, but we'll be listening to that soon. And I did listen to I Let It In and It Took Everything because people kept recommending that album to me. I still need to listen to The Cold Sun. I still need to listen to The Things They Believe, but I felt like because this is brand new, I've got to jump on it. They're a band from Liverpool. They've been around since 2011. They've had a few lineup changes and they have been shaking up the metal scene ever since, which is why I'm expecting the unexpected here, because from everything I've heard so far, it's been different, not something that I could predict. So let's see what they've got in store for us. Sharptone have kindly posted some visualizers today as well, so this is great news, and we're going to just jump in. This is Entrance featuring Bucky Sugar. We got a bit of piano here, nice, classy. I wonder if the visuals have anything to do with
the sun rested, withstood against the test of time, tested from the nest into the checkered line, gifted every strength from what the stress refined, holding on to pressure on a catalyzed gold. These diamonds are the cold. From the fire came the body of my soul, surrounded by the others that embody what I know. Built a hive for the honey that we sow, coloring lines out of control. The margin broken up into pieces in celebration from every moment of growth. Every story we float down the river, giving oath that we never turning back until everybody is cold. Still praise for my highest and our lows, feet walking through the fire and fighting through any growth. Resting on the mountains that we chose, stood against Goliath and we rose.
oh stood against Goliath and we rose. Oh, it's getting louder. Oh, okay. We're going to talk about Entrance. It feels like an opening prayer. Something like that. It's spoken word. There's a lot of the piano in it, and then I don't even know what else I'm hearing, but it's quite calm until it gets to that kind of overwhelming end, almost like it hits you in the face with a bit of panic. The sun rested, what stood against the test of time, tested from the nest until the checkered line. The checkered line, the end. You know, when you're in a race, is it a checkered line at the end? It feels like it is. Or if there's a flag at least. No, yeah, is there a checkered line on the floor? What stood against the test of time? Gifted Every Strength is what one of the singles are called. From what the stress refined. Holding on to pressure known to catalyze. Holding on to pressure. Something's about to break. Gold. These diamonds out of coal. From fire came the body of my soul. Almost like a phoenix rising, isn't it? I guess saying you can get diamonds from coal, you can get gold. There's this thing underneath that is beautiful, but you have to dig for it, find it. And I guess this is kind of saying finding it within myself from a really dark place. We had I Let It In, the album, 2 albums ago, and there was a very low point for that, saying it took everything. So perhaps from where they were, they had to climb out of that hole and into a better place. From the fire came the body of my soul, surrounded by the others that embody what I know. Built the hive for the honey that we sow. Surrounded by the others. Is that like friends, support network, strength in numbers, colouring lines out of control, shaking things up maybe? The margin broken up into pieces in celebration from every moment of growth. Is that pushing boundaries? Margins of what? Of expectation? Could it be what they're doing? They're pushing boundaries, or is it just, you know, finding certain strength within yourself and pushing beyond what you think you can achieve in any capacity? Every story we float down the river, giving oath that we're never turning back until everybody is cold. Floating down the river, not turning back until everybody's cold. Giving it all you've got until you can't anymore. Still praise from our highest and our lows. Feet walking through the fire and fighting through any growth. There's highs and lows in life, aren't there? And you can have both. It will consist of both. There's not that life is not just full of highs, and life doesn't have to be full of lows. So they can exist. Both exist during life. Walking through the fire, fighting through any growth, again pushing through, resting on the mountains that we chose. These choices that we make, we've set our sights high. We can rest, and we can do it in a place of feeling good and looking back and seeing how far we've come. Growth, increasing, and all of that. Stood against Goliath and we rose. The story of David and Goliath, this giant beast that, you know, you would think there was no chance for someone to overpower something that is much bigger than them. But here we are. We stood against Goliath and we rose. We did succeed, despite how unlikely it was. The story of David and Goliath is it's one that I haven't heard in a few years. It's a biblical tale. Features a young shepherd David who volunteers to fight Goliath, against a giant Philistine warrior. Armed only with a sling and 5 smooth stones, David strikes Goliath in the head, killing him and proving that faith and courage can overcome overwhelming odds. It's important for me to share that because basically it's saying we fought, and against all odds we won. And that could be against anything, but it feels like against an overpowering depression or low spell that I can relate to personally, where I felt the lowest I've ever felt in my life and didn't think that I could come back from that, or at least feel even an ounce better than that. And I have multiple times, but at the time you don't think there's any point or anything will change. The energy will survive. I guess saying it is there even if you don't think it is. We are very resilient people and we don't know our own strength in fighting through bad times. Through a 1,000-mile lens or between the parallels of different lives, oh everlasting, be mine. That feels like a prayer, doesn't it? Through a 1,000-mile lens or between the parallels of different lives. What does that mean? As in energy surviving in the universe? To everlast like the limestone or the lightning that never touches. Alignment of the heavens bore the fruit amongst my brothers. I guess saying we are very lucky to be here alive on this earth. The fact that these things exist, it's the chances of us being here are crazy, but we are, and that is quite a feat in itself. But talking about lasting, like limestone, or lightning that never touches, alignment of the heavens, these things are all like fascinating subjects that they are trying to describe being withstanding all things, I guess, standing strong, and almost like the higher power, or calling to a higher power to ask for this. Again, like an opening prayer. So we're going to listen to Block of Flats next. And this features Static Dress, who I've recently gotten into as well. Yeah, wasn't expecting this. What instrument is that? Oh, this is Eric's vocals, I think. Kind of feels unsettling, but like calm at the same time. Ooh. It scared me. Yep. This is a fucking party, isn't it? I like the different, we've had three kind of different twists so far. Nice drums. Oh. Oh. Okay. What the fuck? My brain's like, are we calm now? No. I can't rest. It's interesting how it kind of swells or goes up and down with the intensity. To life. This is how we started. Like the drums. This is Ollie. From Static Dress. Yeah, okay, that was that was interesting. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that overwhelming. Okay. Okay. Oh. The different twists and turns that took was for sure interesting. It was nice, it was pleasant, but there were like unsettling parts. With the lyrics, it was kind of saying you'll be all right, give it time. I know you're scared, but it'll be okay kind of vibes. And then I guess there were like moments where it did feel soothing, but then a bit crazy, chaotic. But the ending felt more like just before the final end, the kind of breakdowny area felt like a party. It felt a bit more like whoever the person is that's scared might be able to enjoy things a little bit more. But then the ending was kind of like, oh, I've got a bit comfortable and feel a bit safe, and I've let my guard down, and then suddenly I want to retreat again. I don't know if that's what they were trying to do, but that's how I feel. So the intro, back to life, born again, you'll be there. It's only fair. Back to life one last time. I know you're scared. Give it time. Now, from the entrance lyrics, it was almost like an opening prayer and perhaps give me strength to get through this and onto the other side. And now I have defeated the giant and I'm on the other side. So this feels like a rebirth, I would say. Block of Flats. I wonder why it's called Block of Flats. I don't think when we talk about Block of Flats here in England, you can talk about like a council estate or a building that's a block of flats, a block of homes. But perhaps it's a bit more of a literal sense. A block of flats, a block of flat spaces. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like a hurdle, but it's flat. I don't even know if I'm describing this well. Who knows? But anyway, it's saying, I know you're scared, give it time. At the speed of sound, this is what Kadeem says with his great harsh vocals. At the speed of sound, vision forming collision. No weakness to strengthen. Cuffs break now. Written a whole life reliving. All I have given burning down. So at the speed of sound, so it's moving fast. Vision forming collision, is that like a a connection being made that is quite powerful. No weakness to strengthen, so I'm strong. I'm in a good place. Cuffs break now, written a whole life reliving. Starting again. I've planned out this new life that I'm gonna live. But say all I've given burning down, is that saying goodbye to your past? But it feels like losing everything as well. But maybe it's not. Perhaps it's just closure. And feeling scared, I guess, with Eric, I think, saying, I know you're scared, give it time. Perhaps Kadeem is kind of like this, I've come out on the other side, but I am thinking about what I've given and what's been taken from me. And then it comes back saying, I'm no longer denied peace I knew I'd find, purpose in the rain, patience of a saint. See the way it breaks and mends itself to me. You give only to take, and what will be, will be. It feels like words of encouragement. A lot of things feel a bit positive, but you give only to take. Perhaps it's some hard truths. Patience of a saint, it's saying be patient. It's saying you can find purpose in the rain. You can find purpose just as it is. See the way it breaks and mends itself to me. Perhaps coming back from a bad spell, but coming back stronger as well. What will be, will be. Then Kadeem says, facing the music, you could walk away and break bread with your ball and chain. Break bread with your ball and chain. Do something good with your life, not be trapped. Push those boundaries. How strong is your voice? Testing them. Come on, let's see how strong you are, because I know you can do this. No more evil here. How strong is your voice? And Ollie from Static Dress joins with Kadeem. In sync, glistening, finding divinity. And it says in brackets, just fade away. To arguing embrace. They can finally understand. Dedicated, internal belief, external. Breaking, peace I knew I'd find. So it feels like this change is happening. This evolution. Finding divinity, they can finally understand. The internal belief being external, that feels like I truly believe it, and I'm acting what I feel, or I'm showing this with my actions as well. I'm putting it to use. I'm not keeping it inside. I'm letting it out. Peace I knew I'd find. So it's this. It feels encouraging. Back to life one last time. I know you're scared. Give it time. Again, encouraging them to do so. And then Ollie finishes with push away, caught in this familiar state of one-way empathy. As you take it day by day, the subtlety, what could be, slowly starts to deafen me. So perhaps it's this tug of war with wanting to be good and being encouraged to do well and be better, but then this, oh gosh, this feels quite overwhelming, and what could be slowly starts to deafen me, what could be starts to scare me, or could it be what could be takes over completely, and that's all I can think of, and that's all I'm focused on because it's deafening me. What do you think of that? I don't know, but seems good so far. This is great. Next we have Fortress Down. So Really like the sound of this. The drum details. Like how it feels distant, distorted. Oh, yeah. Who knows? It sounds great. Ooh. Feels like everything's going down the drain here. Fortress down, I mean, that could be symbolic, metaphorical. Okay, I love that. I love the transition between that and this, the next one, Gemini. That was... It had a really nice sound. It was more consistent with the sound of that one until the end, I guess. But where the others felt like they had twists and turns, this seemed to keep the tempo similarly throughout. Once again, really nice. I feel like Eric had more of the vocals on that. Not 100% sure. With Kadim at the end. Fortress down, needed now. I've seen it fall. That scenic dive. A fortress is something that is strong, right? A thing that keeps things safe. And saying fortress down is like this building has collapsed. So it says here, the actual meaning says, a large, highly protected building or group of buildings, such as a castle or citadel, that is heavily fortified to defend against enemy attacks. So if you think of your body or your being as a fortress and it's down, it's collapsed, that's not a good place to be. This feels like an up and down spiral, maybe, or a cycle, or a fighting in your head. And perhaps the title, A Stranger to You, is like, who am I? Do I know who I am anymore? With everything I've been through, trying to find myself is difficult, and trying to navigate that is difficult. So perhaps that's the symbolism there, maybe, or the connection. Forced to stop, I mean it now. You would burn it down, can't feel it now. Is this a challenging question? Have you been forced to stop? Would you burn it down? Or are you going to pick yourself up? I mean it. Can't feel it now. Perhaps can't feel that motivation. Can't seem to want to move forward. You were facing this alone. I don't know what went wrong. Turned away from you, crawling somewhere new. So saying you were on your own, not knowing what went wrong, is this talking to self? Turned away from you, crawling somewhere new. I don't know if that's they turned against themselves, or people turned away, they're crawling somewhere new, they're trying to find their way, but they're feeling so low that they're crawling. Crawling, you were crawling, you were crawling, you were crawling. Fortress down, needed now, just to stay on my way. Feeling high, way down low, I stay on my way. You were scenic dive, this scenic dive. Diving down, and perhaps not to a good place. Stay on my way. Needed now to stay on my way. Yes, I need something to keep me going. This I can't control. Beating of my heart. Bought in way too soon. Crawling somewhere new. Bought in way too soon. Feels like they were convinced early on that something was gonna be the way it was, or they were told something, or asked to, perhaps asked to find the strength, and was like, yeah, I'm committed, I'm doing this, and saying bought in way too soon. Perhaps they weren't ready. Perhaps they're like, oh shit, I've bought in way too soon. I've committed way too soon, and I don't know how to do this. I'm struggling. My heart's beating fast and panicked. Crawling somewhere new, perhaps thinking about somewhere new is a bit overwhelming. What does the future hold? I don't know. And that's quite scary. Facing this alone, I don't know where I went wrong. Turned away too soon. Maybe turned away too soon by others. Crawling somewhere new. You were crawling, you were crawling. Fortress down, needed now. I won't let you down. Fortress down, needed now. I won't. It feels like this inner struggle, inner monologue. Like I won't let you down. I won't let me down. Maybe. It could be talking to someone else. Either way, it's saying I can't give up now. We were a fortress, that fortress has collapsed, but we can become a fortress again. Even when broken, you can pick yourself up and form the pieces back and maybe add to them. It doesn't necessarily mean you've lost everything. So now we've got Gemini. Gemini being, is that like a two-faced person? Is that like dual personalities? Who knows? Let's see, shall we? I like the heaviness. Oh shit. Are we raving or are we fighting? There's aggression there. It could be aggressive raving. What is going on? I don't know what just happened. That was nuts. Yep. Another one that just don't know. As this soul flares, it stirs. Also, that was very heavy, that one, for the most part. The ravey bit, what? It was like ravey, but enraged raving. As this soul flares, so slowly it stirs, from one cold look to one cold shoulder. It burns as memories blur, speaks without words, stalked and severed. Guess there's an unrest, it feels. Perhaps from as a result of having things happen to us in our past, it's affecting us now. Entombed, I saw shadows. Lift the veil of safety. There's a rip run straight through the earth. Born to the same and cut in silence. This is a truth I can't hide. Lift the veil of safety. We've already been talking about this kind of unsettling and do I go for it, do I not? And now it's saying lift the veil of safety. We're figuring out what's uncomfortable and we're facing it. I think this is a truth I can't hide. I sing and there is no melody, and I walk but there is no distance. That feels like a nightmare. It feels like a literal nightmare, or something that happens in a dream. You're singing but the words don't come out. You're walking but you're not getting very far, or it feels like you're speaking but no one hears you. You feel silenced, or at least you can't seem to either find the words or have people understand you, hear you, listen to you. Walking but not getting far in life, trying to progress. You want to see that progress, or it feels quite defeating. A lot of the time you have to kind of look back and see how far you've come, but sometimes it feels like progress is very slow, and perhaps that's what that means. Watching the whole world dances while I talk to myself. Shit. That also feels like I feel so isolated. I'm so disconnected from everyone else. Everyone's dancing, having a great time, and I'm here with no one to speak to, feeling alone, talking to myself. That's powerful. Then we've got, let me see. If I were an essence, it ran away from you. If there were an essence, it ran away from you, sorry. Losing yourself in that sense. Unheard, the tired groans of a tired stare. You get in your way, no patience, get feeling frustrated with yourself. You getting in your way, you preventing yourself from progressing because you allow the bad voices in your head to stop you, and you believe them, perhaps. Poor and weathered by words that are never spoken. Again, that feels like the same sort of theme. Words that are never spoken. Stuff inside your head. You're tired from it. A face that's fading, wading, gasping for air. Exhumed. Watch it as it haunts me. Bright lights wash over me. Yeah, it feels like this whole thing is just taking over. Darkness. No more time to waste away. I've been through these streets before. Beat for beat, I walk till it's freezing cold. A drone in this foolishness. Let's just disagree. Would you say the same for me? Let it go, let it go. Oh, that last part feels like a bit of motivation again. No more time to waste away. Let's not do this. I've been here before, and I'm gonna come out of it, even though it's difficult. I walk till it's freezing cold. I'm doing it, a drone in this foolishness. Perhaps that's someone saying you're silly to be doing this, or the voice in your head saying it's pointless, give up, but saying let's just disagree. Would you say the same for me? Perhaps I think about this when I talk about myself in a bad light, or I put myself down, or I'm like, oh, I'm so rubbish, I can't do this, I'm useless. I wouldn't say that to a friend. If they were going through what I go through, I would probably say to a friend, well, there's a reason for that. It's because you do too much, or because you're too hard on yourself. And so that part there, would you say the same for me? Feels like that. Would you say the same to a friend? Would you say the same to someone else? Would you put someone down like that? And usually the answer is no, I wouldn't. So, or always the answer is no. So I think it's this kind of trying to get some logic into their head and think sensibly and clearly, and saying, let it go, let those bad thoughts go, perhaps. Then we've got nothing like the knife. Oh, is this dangerous? Let's have a look. It's a short one. Feels quite overwhelming. Ooh. Let's carry on. I don't know, but it's good. So distant. I know you know. What? What? It's gone a bit jazzy, hasn't it? A bit eerie? Not eerie. A bit wavy. was a bit calmer. I'm so confused. Oh. That was trippy. That was very trippy. Harder to pretend, but before that we had nothing like the knife. And that felt a little bit overstimulating, a bit strange, and also the lyrics were, or the vocals were kind of feeling like they were blended in with the music, not overpowering, not clear to hear on purpose, obviously. It says, and the venom takes its time. So this maybe feeling like this poison taking its time within you, this thing that might be growing, this bad feeling that grows, but it takes a while. Or is it the venom takes time to go away? Either way, it's a slow process, what we're going through. Nothing like the knife, a victim of your own bite. Is that saying you've done something and you've kind of caused it at the same time? You're a victim of your own. You've had a taste of your own medicine, and there's nothing quite like that feeling, huh? And now you're out of time, and you could hear that the music kind of stopped, and that was very urgent feeling. And then it went straight into harder to pretend. Keep them inside of your mind, all the words you like. They won't last forever inside. I know, yet I wear my smile. Keep your thoughts in your head. Don't try not to think about them. Maybe they won't be there forever. They're a struggle, yet I wear my smile. I think that's what it means. I put a smile on because it's easier. I can't even believe my lies. Keep them inside of your mind. Best bet's to leave them behind. I can't believe my lies. Is that telling yourself you're going to be okay? Is that telling yourself you're not going to be okay and saying that's a lie? I don't believe it. It could be either way, couldn't it? Keep them inside of your mind. Best bet's to leave them behind. It feels like they're not doing you any good. Leave them behind. Again, let it go. You want it done? I want it done too. It's harder to pretend. We can't let this die a death. I guess trying to push through. Can't live inside of your mind, and that's how I know, I swear. I know you'll stand to feel better. Can you even feel alive? They've got to let it out, whatever it is. Maybe. Can you even feel alive knowing you'll be outside of heaven, though you're setting off again? What does that mean? Can't even believe my lies. Best bet's to leave them behind. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of it feels like this internal struggle and internal monologue, where you're thinking one thing, going, right, let's do this. Oh, shall we? Yeah, let's come on then. Yeah, I'm gonna commit, and then be like, oh, I don't know, this back and forth, which is very realistic. But saying, knowing you'll be outside of heaven, though you're setting off again, knowing that you won't reach salvation in heaven, knowing that you won't feel at peace, maybe. You're on the move again, you're trying to find another way forward. I don't know. You want it done, I want it done too. It's harder to pretend. We can't let this die a death again. I know, you know. Perhaps we can't let this happen again. We can't go back to that bad place. We can't stay there. Maybe. The next is, there's a symbol, but it's Athena. And it features, it features Bucky Sugar again on this one. So let's listen. I like that it's showing the lyrics in the visualizers. Some. Oh, it feels like we're in a medical waiting room. It's very ethereal.
Flowers in the fruit, gentle labor, heavy hands. The world's weighing on the blade, broken by an empty strand. Silk, cotton, satin, braided down, threaded bands to hold them. Pace like black molasses, fine in the open. Headed towards the unknown, steady in motion. Create the balance, remain floating. Grip the heart of your heart and transform hope into focus. And channel the power out the promise spoken. Ever forward, forever motion. Ever forward, forever motion.
Oh shit. This is Revenant. So we've heard Revenant before, but we will hear it again. So out of all, who will remain to stand? Is this the test of times? Like who's going to come out standing and who's going to be defeated? Who's going to give up? Who's going to push through and stay here and try everything to survive? Flowers into fruit, gentle labor, heavy hands, fruit bearing, I guess, evolution, things that blossom and bloom. The world's weighing on the blade, broken by an empty strand. If you imagine the world, the weight of the world on thin ice or on a blade that could destroy it at any time, cut it at any time. If you feel that with your mood or the tension, that can be very intense. And saying that this is broken by an empty strand, this almost like this nothingness, saying that this is what broke you, something insignificant, something that you shouldn't let get to you. That's what that feels like to me, but maybe not. I interpret things far off what they're supposed to sometimes, but that's okay. The words didn't make much sense there, but I hope that makes sense at least. Silk, cotton, satin, braided down, threaded bands to hold them. What's that describing? Pace like black molasses, finding the open, headed towards the unknown, steady in motion. Create the balance, remain floating. It does feel like find your way, figure it out. You want to be the one remaining to stand, right? So you gotta find a way. Grip to the heart of your heart and transform hope into focus. Hope is just the idea that there might be something out there to help, but you want a definite thing. You don't want hope as like, oh, I hope that this happens. You want to know. So turning hope into focus is more like, do it. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Do the thing that's going to get you there. Walk the walk and channel the power out the promise spoken. And ever forward, forever motion. Ever forward, forever motion. I really like that. Athena. Ancient Greek goddess of wisdom, strategic warfare, civilization, and crafts. Perhaps that's why it's got the materials there as well. That's interesting. That's really cool. And it does feel like motivational words of wisdom. As we heard at the beginning, really. How cool. How poetic. Okay, we've heard Revenant, but we're going to hear it again. And that is track number 8. So, this was interesting. Just love how it sounds distant and then comes crashing in. The slow-mo is really cool. Just love how it changes up as well. Them drums are really cool. So good. So heavy. I love how distorted it sounds. It's so fucking trippy. I love how you never really see too much of anyone's face. It's all wavy, all distorted on purpose. It's confronting that feeling, I feel. Right. So we've gone through these before, but basically, this burning, scarred revenant called My Best says no faking. The sick have never been sicker. Do you accept the invitation? Burying your head in the sky, you split so close to the sun. Bodies transform, others they're done. And it feels like, are you going to give up? Bodies transform, or bodies can transform. That means you can evolve, you can grow, you can push forward, or others don't want to do that. They give up. So what are you? Are you going to quit? Or are you going to see what this life has to offer you? Because there is more out there. And talking about burying your head in the sky, I like that line because it's similar to burying your head in the sand, but it's not down below, it's above. So I guess just losing connection or feeling disconnected with things that you're so you got your head in the clouds. Perhaps you're not focused, or you're so lost that it's the opposite of sand. I don't know, it just feels like it's a weird thing to say because of how weird of a situation you find yourself in. It articulates that quite well. You split so close to the sun, a bit like the old Icarus thing of flying too close to the sun. A revenant as well. I forgot what it was, like it's a spiritual ghost thing. A person who returns after a long absence, or someone who returns from the dead. With this being about a stranger to you, it's almost like, who am I? Who is this? Is this me? Where's the old me? Chasing these lines that I've drawn, my patience is thinning. I'm falling apart as the world stares, grinning past my own thoughts I can't see. A stranger to you, says the thing there, familiar to me. Perhaps it's this I'm a stranger to you, but this is what I've been going through. I've been with my thoughts and feelings for so long that this is all I know. But you might think I've lost it, but this is what I'm dealing with. Perhaps it's that more. Caged with this for so long, step into my strength again. I feel that cold rush with intent to kill. You killed yourself. And perhaps saying like this, starting anew, trying to start again at least, and killing the old you, perhaps. I was once too raw, stronger now. My blood run through it all. While my body's passed around, the voices were deafening. It's all much quieter now. Malevolent patience, habits, locations, I absorb into the ground. Nowhere to run. I love that it's featured nowhere to run as well. Dust, done, gone, done. This burning, scarred revenant called My Best says no faking. The sick have never been sicker. That's what we said at the beginning. Do you accept the invitation? Burying your head in the sky, you split so close to the sun. Bodies transform, others they're done. Are you in this or are you out? It's confronting this, isn't it? Head on. Are we going to do this or what? I don't know. We're a returned spirit of the dead, or like a stranger that's come back, like you've seen a ghost. That's really cool. Okay, next. The Way It Breaks, featuring Mansa Brown. Feels a bit ethereal for now, but The Way It Breaks doesn't sound too good. There's a calm about it for now. Don't trust anything. Oh. Oh. So relatable. Nice guitar. This is Mansa Brown, but it's very distant. It was really, really nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that like an organ? Oh, give me chills. I like how that flew into the next one, but that was weird. I can't describe the strangeness of it, but it was good. It was sad because they're talking about does it break your heart the way it breaks mine, but also how you deal with things. So let's go through the lyrics. Here, crowded by strangers, why did I live and call it my own? Crowded with strangers, there's lots of people around. I don't feel great here. This disconnect still. Why did I live and call it my own? Why did I choose to live? Why did I make something of my life? Why did I make this of my life that I'm not proud of, maybe? Now facing the mirror, I try and see clearer on my own. So I guess trying to figure things out and accepting that sometimes we have to do that, figure it out for ourselves on our own without the help of anyone else. So also, I guess it's kind of this self-talk. Your soul's on fire and I know why. Does it break your heart the way it breaks mine? Your soul's on fire and I know why. Does it break your heart the way it breaks mine? This mess of a situation that they found themselves in, they're asking, does it upset you as it upsets me? Who is he? Is he asking himself in the mirror? Can you imagine him looking in the mirror and saying, does it break your heart like it breaks mine? And thinking, yeah, of course it does. But this inner monologue, I don't know why it feels like that, but it could be reaching out to the person that might also have been involved and asking, is it upsetting for you like it is for me, that's also plausible, isn't it? Now, I don't mind, but going back, because he says facing the mirror, it feels like this is still part of him facing the mirror. Now, I don't mind. Someday I'll find how I can feel, knowing that all it takes, it should be obvious to you that you hate to hear the truth and admit defeat before you try to heal wounds in your heart. And I think a lot of people can relate to that part. Knowing that to move on, sometimes there are obvious steps forward. Sometimes that means letting go. We don't always want to let go. Even if we know it's bad for us, sometimes the truth is hard to cope with. And we hold on to it because we don't know what the future holds or how to deal with that. And it's scary. And it says you hate to hear the truth and admit defeat before you try to heal wounds in your heart. You're hurt. And so it's so easy to give up instead of push through and see the truth for what it is, and maybe say, like, this wasn't good. This wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for anyone else involved. How can I possibly heal from this and move forward when all has happened here? I don't know. It's, I might as well give up. But actually, once again, if you give up, what's that going to prove? What's that going to do? You could feel so much better if you can move forward and push past that defeat. But it's so easy to just be like, well, I can't do this. I don't like the truth. I don't want to. I want to be in denial of it. I don't want to face it. I can't. So, yeah, that was a great couple of lines. Then back to your soul's on fire and I know why. Does it break your heart like it breaks mine? We had a guitar solo from Mansour Brown, but it was kind of like in the background. It's really creative how they make these sounds that fit so well. I think having it in the background made it feel that more feeling of despair, reaching out, wanting the answers, but they're just out of reach, and it's really difficult to pick yourself up and carry yourself forward when you're at that low point. So I think that was really nicely articulated. And then it ends with the way it breaks, the way it breaks, the way it breaks, the way it breaks, and just carries on there. Next we've got Meet My Maker, and it's followed on from the last segment, so let's listen to this one. Track 10. Oh. Give me a Prodigy vibe. Maybe not so much now, but for a hint of it. Is this about his father? Interesting time signatures too. Or changes of time signature. Yeah, the time signature has definitely changed. Closure. What the? Uh, 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 uh? Fangs. Fangs was a great one, by the way. I've heard that one too. This, I'm sure I read somewhere that there was a difficult relationship with his father, but I could be wrong with Kadim. Meet my maker might not necessarily mean my career as my parents. It could mean a higher power of some kind. I'm not sure. But either way, there's interpretations, aren't there? So I've been fighting just to breathe. Can I learn to love the enemy? Meet my maker just to see, as he made an enemy of me. Is this about him fighting himself, perhaps? Has my maker made an enemy of me? Am I this way because he dislikes me for whatever reason? But can I learn to love the enemy? Can I, suggesting that he hasn't till now, can I learn to love myself? Can I learn to be more content in this life, in this vessel body that I have been given? But it's been a struggle. Gift of life, strike me twice, tell nobody. What does that mean? Does that mean I've got another chance at this? I didn't think I would. Almost didn't make it. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anyone. Maybe, I'm not sure. These lies, they hurt much less to me. Now I know deep down that the truth is what you always owed me. We pretend there's more time than we have. These lies hurt much less to me. Now I know deep down that the truth is what you've always owed me. You always owed me the truth. Perhaps at first finding out about lies or something to do with lies hurting before, but now not so much, because he knows the truth, because he knows what he deserves, where he stands. Maybe sometimes it's easier once you've processed things to get through and to accept whatever it was that upset you in the first place. Perhaps it feels easier now. Maybe. We pretend there's more time than we have. Time, that thing that seems to just fly by. We don't have a lot of time, do we? And this life is just, you know, it's not a practice run. This is it. The real deal. Breathe unsure. I found another way. I found the other way. It's all right. There he stands. So you got a new thing. Facing the shame. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. What does that mean? I wasn't sure. I found the other way. I tried a different route. There he stands. It's all right. But perhaps this there he stands is this presence of something that makes you feel a little anxious, but it's okay. So you got a new thing, facing the shame. Say it again, say it again. Is it let it out? Face the shame that you once weren't able to face, and perhaps you couldn't let it out at that point. You couldn't say it, but now you've brought up the courage, say it. And now you're sure, say it again to feel more confident, I guess. I've been trying hard to see, can I borrow from this memory? No more fighting, not for me. Is my prime falling away? Am I moulded this way? Perhaps I've been trying to find my way, looking back. I don't want to fight. Saying is my prime falling away? Is my youth leaving me? Am I mature now? Should I be scared about this, or should I be happy about it? Am I like this because of my circumstances? Am I moulded this way? Asking these questions for want of understanding. These lies hurt much less the more I'm feeling closure. Now I can't hear past, stay forever, stay forever. So talking about these lies hurt much less. Now I know, blah, blah, blah. Now the feeling of closure, when I heard that, I was like, oh, this is good. Because it feels like there's been this urge to find closure throughout the album. I don't know if it's a concept album, but I like that the theme feels like it's had a good flow to it. So I'm feeling more closure now. I'm feeling more able to look forward and leave some of the past behind. And now I can't hear past, stay forever, stay forever. I don't know what that means. Does it mean there's this overwhelming desire to stay? Even though they're feeling closure, do we stay forever in this mindset, or is it saying that there's this pull back? Breathe unsure, I found the other way. It's all right, there he stands. So you got a new thing, facing the shame, say it again. Racing the rain, say it again. Nothing explained, say it again. I'm lost there. I'm lost there. I'm not sure what that means. But let's go to Fangs. This is just... what a cool sound. And the double bass. Double bass, double. Definitely seductive. love that sound. Such a nice groove to it. I like how it slows it down as well. Guitar, really nice. I love this part. How cool is that? Oh, well, that was really nice. It's interesting because there's no harsh vocals in that one. It's really like seductive, or it sounds it, but actually there's kind of themes of regretting, wanting to start over if you could. Like a ghost, I fled the scene, wishing I'd found it all so bleak. But I don't. No stranger to the memories I keep. Another mention of a stranger. So I'm familiar with this. I didn't find it bleak, but I wish I did. I did my best, way out of line. Such is my life. It is what it is. Maybe in time I'll find I'm better off starting over. And if I could time it right, I'd try again. Weighed down by the state of it, I'm reminded how to savour it. Lately nothing matters much to me. Perhaps because of all of this going on, it's just, what's the point? Nothing feels fun anymore. Nothing feels like it's got meaning in it. The state of it is weighing me down. It feels heavy. Can't say I don't mind, but I have no time for the way I'm living. It keeps bringing me to my knees. I fall with every step I take. Everything feels defeating. Maybe in time I'll find I'm better off starting over, and if I could time it right, I'd try again. And then it extends this part. It seems like every day is the last one. Hours are killing me, one by one. Only I don't mind. It's my time. Is that killing me to start again? I need to move forward. I need to move on. And that's okay. And kind of this acceptance of that as well, it feels. I don't mind. It's my time. I need to finally take that step to have closure here, I think. Okay, next we've got The Ladder featuring Jordan Rakei. Is that how you say it? I'm not 100% sure.
I wanna know what makes you think you're missing when it's gone.
I'm sorry, where are we? What? Nice vocals. I'm so confused. It's giving Radiohead. Creep vibes. Just that line. It's sad, that's for sure. Ooh, feels a bit warped there. On purpose. Ooh. This is weird. The distortion and the warped. Like it's fading out in a blurry manner. Ah, that was so weird. I feel like the end was supposed to be like weird, like it didn't sound like it was. It felt off purposely, if that makes sense. I think it does make sense. I think like because it's you told me the good years were here to stay. It's kind of thinking about the past and being like, oh, this is what it should have been. This should have been good. It was supposed to last forever, you know? But actually, it's fallen apart, and it's kind of that realization that this isn't what what it was supposed to be. This reality is not what the expectation was. And so the brand new like a sunrise and over in a day, your voice like a choir from a higher place feels like this hanging on to something that was great for a moment but slipped away. It was brand new like a sunrise and over in a day. It was so quickly gone. And a sunrise is gorgeous but over, and that was that. Your voice like a choir from a higher place. It felt spiritual. It felt like a wonderful thing, but actually the reality is it's no longer what it was. And so the warped and weird fading out of it was really, really cool as a detail. I had so much confusion when this started because I was like, "What? Where are we going now?" And I guess again, unexpected things took place, but the tone of it was different. It almost felt like a turning point, or the fact that we had a turning point with some want of closure before, and perhaps this is confronting whatever the being or himself is that he had issues with. I want to know what makes you think you won't miss it when it's gone. When someone says that, I won't miss it when it's gone, but usually you do, right? You'll miss me when I'm gone. That kind of phrase. But someone is saying to him, "No, I won't." Is it himself saying that, or is it someone else? We don't know. But he wants to know the answers to these questions. I want to know what makes you think you won't miss it when it's gone. Why won't you? I'm wondering, because I don't believe that. Say I didn't mean to miss when it started. Does that mean that it fell apart because he wasn't present in the moment, or missed it and then it was too late? Listen, can you hear the whistle in the wind? I know you're here. Please tell me you're listening. Oh, so it's kind of reaching out. Feels like a prayer. Feels like asking a spiritual power, which could also be why it ends with your voice like a choir from a higher place. Perhaps he's reaching out to the person in his mind, hoping they can hear him. I know you're here. Please tell me you're listening. Picking up the pieces back where I started, being honest like I promised, to be around forever, because it's brand new like a sunrise and over in a day. Your voice like a choir from a higher place. A little sunken, can I wish it all away? I thought I would know. It does feel like looking back and feeling sad about all these things, and I said I would do this, but maybe it's too little too late. Maybe it's just run its course and it just wasn't meant to be. My heart breaks. It's wasting away. You told me the good years were here to stay. I'm sad because this isn't happening anymore. See, I didn't see the smoke when it started. I guess when things started turning bad, he wasn't aware. And so whatever happened, he kind of caught it too late, or was told about it too late, or saw the consequences too late. Maybe he felt blindsided. I didn't see the smoke when it started. Hear me, 'cause the ghosts can beg for the win. I know the pain of the broken-hearted. Say I'd never heard the screen door give. Huh? Don't know what that means, other than I know the pain of a broken-hearted. I guess knowing how it feels, but I'm not sure about the screen door. Brand new like a sunrise and over in a day, your voice like a choir from a higher place. A little sunken, can I wish it all away? I thought I would know, but I guess a little sunken, can I wish it all away? Things went bad. Can I wish that's gone? Can I erase that part? I thought I would know, but my heart breaks. It's wasting away. You told me the good years were here to stay. Perhaps I thought I'd know how to deal with it. I thought I would be able to get through this, but it's killing me. Each piece, my heart breaks, each piece on display. You told me the good years were here to stay. I'm opening my heart to you. I'm telling you how I feel. And you said this would be here to stay. You said that we'd be in this place forever. You said you were committed, but now look, it's gone. Next up is a penultimate track, Gifted Every Strength. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, this sounds daunting. What does Gifted Every Strength mean, huh? This is fierce. Nice guitars. What the fuck? This is gorgeous. Kind of feels like it is what it is, doesn't it? That sound. What will be, will be. Oh, it's got a while to go. Oh. Is this the same track? What is going on? Oh, that was a nice end. Okay, we have reached the final track, but before we do that, let's talk about that weird mix of heavy and light stuff there. That last like guitar outro that was nice and light, but the heaviness of how it started. Gifted every strength. Is this being gifted all the strength to pull through? Is this finding all the strength to channel that way out? Channel into that way out? It starts the verse with tearing your soul, screaming just once more. Save all of your words. A lot of talking about the words. They're pulling me so low. So this is tearing at your soul. This is really grating on you, but that's kind of a natural feeling, right? It's pulling you apart. Paint your lies for what they'll see. Is that forcing yourself to go through it? Is it forcing a smile? Have you heard the news? It's you win, then you lose. I can see the signs of what could be mine. Seeing the signs of what could be mine. I'm sure they say something similar to that. See what could be mine. But it easily slips through my fingers. Or saying you win, then you lose. Is that life? Is that how life is? I know, or I've heard at least, that Loathe like to be real about things. And I know from I Let It In that it doesn't end on a happy note. It ends with this realization that I let this thing in and it took everything from me. And here I am on the floor with nothing left. And so this is saying, like, you win, then you lose. Up and down is just the way of life, my friends. It's a harsh truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. I can see the signs of what could be mine. I can see it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Kiss the sky into you, or kiss the sky, face yourself as it all falls into you. I don't know what that means. Does it mean embrace everything? Does it mean kiss the sky? You were there, you were high, but now you're saying goodbye to that as everything falls into you. Stay complacent once more. I believe you'll never find it waiting for more. Stay complacent. Stay set in your ways once more, or how you were. Believe you'll never find it waiting for more. Trying to find something, trying to force something. You won't find it if you look for it. Let things come to you. Perhaps. Or is it saying if you do nothing, nothing's going to happen? You stay complacent, how are you going to change? Complacency is the opposite of changing. Switch, my mind is free. Eyes are drawn to thee. All I seek, you complete. Is this hanging on to the past, you? Or is this something else? But it's a switch, my mind is free. Almost like they've turned a switch and they've changed their perspective. They feel a bit more motivated. Eyes are drawn to thee. Maybe that's a focus. All I seek, you complete. Or is it eyes are drawn to thee? Is it me? I am focused on me, and what can complete, what can be completed or feel complete is down to me. All I seek, I have to complete. I have to figure it out. This path's still mine. I face my last denial, perhaps the last hurdle to get through all of this. Down on my knees, pray to the moonlight for what I need, for you, whatever this you is, you the answer. I won't stay here. I won't be complacent. I'll move forward. I'll do something about it. I won't wait another day. I won't wait another second, even if it's you're too late. I understand, but I won't stay here no more. I'm gonna move. I need to move. Something has to change. No more. No more of this. Enough now. Firing away at the same target. Fall away from everything. Give me peace again. Give me peace again. When you're firing away at the same target, you're shooting, but you keep missing, or you're not changing what you're doing. So you can't expect, if nothing's happened, you can't expect nothing. You can't expect something to happen. If nothing's happened yet, you're firing at the same target and you're not succeeding. Or is it firing away at the same target and trying to hit a goal that you weren't hitting before, but maybe you need to change the goalposts, maybe you need to change it up. Same thing, change what you're doing. Because whatever you're doing now is not working. Fall away from everything, give me peace again, closure. And it says, I just keep losing. I mean, are some people just supposed to lose? There's that kind of bad, or this acceptance that, is this just me? Is this who I am? Am I just unlucky? Maybe the bad voices in the head. And then this strange instrumental outro, which kind of felt a little bit peaceful after. Okay, we got the title track and the final track, and I'm quite sad about it because this has definitely been a ride. So let's listen to No Stranger to You. This feels peaceful. Feels hopeful. It feels good. Good? Question mark. Trust no one or nothing. Won't be the same again.
Come on, wake up.
Feels like a very final song for the album, doesn't it? love that there's so many layers going on here. That's it. Come on. Ah, they just left us there like that. It sounded like joyful. It sounded happy or like at peace. But then it also felt like it was holding on, holding out hope to find their way back to someone. Perhaps it is themselves. It's got to be himself, hasn't it? Trying to find himself again. I'm no stranger to you. I'm no stranger to me. I'm no stranger to myself. Lay all your fears to the ground, but never let your guard down. Get rid of your fears. Stop being silly. Stop acting irrationally. But be on guard. Because otherwise that's how you get hurt, right? I will fight it. You will see it. Perhaps saying, I'm going to do this and you'll see the change in me. Tell me I'm wrong. I thought I'd feel it. Perhaps I thought I'd feel something at this point. Time will tire. I will see it through and wander to you. I always knew I'm no stranger to you. Why does that suddenly feel sad? Time will help, time will heal. It's tiring, but we'll get there. I will see this through and I'll wander back to the person that I was before. That's what that feels like. That's a good thing. But it feels like more of a content ending than this unresolved thing. I feel like it is. I'll wander to you. At first I thought it was holding on to whatever they lost and trying to wander back to that. But now it feels like I always knew I was no stranger to me. I lost myself for a bit there. But I knew I'd find myself again. I won't be the same again, but in another life, I wait for you till then. Come on, wake up. Perhaps still holding on to the past, but saying in another life, maybe it would have worked out. Wake up, get with the program. If I can't speak in tongues, oh, I'd hear it, because time will tie it. What does that mean? Like, if I can't make sense of it, I'll find a way. I'll see it through and wander to you. I always knew I'm no stranger to you. No stranger to you. I always knew I'm no stranger to you. Can't remember how I did get here, but it's familiar. Stranger. We're at a point where we've found some sort of solace or some sort of contentment, and it's different. It's not how it was before. It feels strangely familiar, but something is weird or off or strange about it. I'm no stranger to you. I'm no stranger. No stranger to you. No stranger. Can't remember how I did get here. I'm no stranger, but it's familiar. I'm no stranger to you. Everything you said comes crawling back to me. That's how it ends. Bit of mystery, but it feels like it's ended on a good note. Or at least like more at peace, more healing has taken place. I could be completely wrong. That feels so so like, I don't know the word for it. Bittersweet. We're at the end. We got no more album left. That's it. I really enjoyed it. I feel like that's gonna be a grower. I feel like I Let It In is still my favorite at this present moment, but I feel like this was a journey as well, a different kind of journey that's more finding oneself and going through the ups and downs, the internal struggles, the battles in your mind where, you know, you've got a feeling that you've got to pull through, and then you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. The very real struggle and tug of war that you might experience. I really liked that about it. I liked the whiplash that I got from the highs and lows, the intense sounds, and then the calmness. It was chaotic, but like just how life is. So I think that one's going to grow on me. I do really like it, and I would say that is an absolute banger of an album. My rating for it would be I'd say a 9.5 out of 10 right now. Ultimately, it's probably a 10 out of 10. I think the themes through it were really good, really great. I loved how unpredictable it was. I love that there were some crazy things going on. I like that some of the vocals were distorted, purposefully done. I loved how they were, some felt distant. I love even the detail of like a distant guitar solo. That was so good because it just felt like the warped mind and how crazy that can be. It's such a great album, and I'm glad it was a great one, because it's hard to follow. It's hard to consistently make great songs, I imagine, to any band that's made certain material that people kind of hang on to. How do you top what you've already done? And it's difficult. Everything is subjective, but to me that was brilliant, perfect. I just need to process it a bit more. I think that's all it is. Let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is going to take me a little while. It's taken me a couple of hours already to film, and then we'll have to do some processing. So please feel free to support us over on Patreon or Ko-fi. Every little helps, but no pressure at all. Your time is the most precious gift, and you've already given me a lot of that time. No refunds. If you want to join Patreon, it's free, but if you want to join for £1, you get your name at the end of my videos. You can join VIP or Premium Supporter membership to get extra content and song requests each month from me, and it's the fastest turnaround time doing it that way. No pressure at all. Like I say, your time is precious. But on that note, I will see you very soon for more. Please like and subscribe so you can catch up on everything else I do. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.